Okay, we have a question here. Phil Gaimon, someone pointed me to a video yesterday. Phil Gaimon, my mate Phil, in LA there, and he's clout chasing with Chris Froome. He's like, Chris Froome calls me crazy because he got this ride of Chris Froome up a climb there in LA, Beverly Hills. And apparently Cookie Man is going, Cookie, let's call him Cookie. He is going for the Everesting world record. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I skimmed through the video and I assumed he was going for it. Do I think Cookie, that's actually his old bike there, goes good? I got tip of the hat to Cookie. He did help me start my bicycle brand. He was the inspiration for that because I was like, man, this dude is so fast. And he's riding one of these, Chinese car bikes. I'm thinking, well, my S-Works is made in China. My TCR was made in China. My Pinarello is made in China. My Cervelo is made in China. My felt, everything I've got is made in China. Why am I paying so much for it? And so Phil was a bit of a, that was the most mutant thing I've ever seen. Do I believe Cookie could get the Everesting world record 100%? There's no doubt in my mind that, would I put money on it? I'd put money on it that he could do it, for sure. But now, if he hears that, he probably won't do it. Cookie, don't be a bad cookie. There's a video, go and watch it. It's on Cookie's channel. I think it's called Norton Summit KOM Fail. And just go and watch it, read through the comments. It was filmed in January 2019. I'm not sure when it was uploaded, maybe shortly after. It's when Cookie came to Adelaide. He just hopped off the plane. And he's just mutanting, the most mutant thing I've ever seen on two wheels on a bicycle. There wasn't an e-bike. Some people say he rode an e-bike. I don't believe that. I mean, the speed was like, and how easy he was breathing was like an e-bike. I'm literally having an asthma attack in the first minute. Like, we met up down the bottom just randomly, and I saw it's Phil in town, me being the Adelaide ambassador. I'm like, I'll make him welcome, and we had a good chat. And he's like, I watch your videos, you inspired me to start YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, do you want to leave me out for this, this segment? And I'm like, I'm pretty cooked. I've, done a few miles that morning. It was pretty hot. And I said, it's a bit windy as well. Probably not the best day for a PR, KOM. He's like, I said, well, me being me, I'm like, I'll always have a crack. If someone asks me, I'll deliver. And so I'm on the front and probably doing like, 450 watts or something stupid. I think I was even doing less. And he's like, faster. And just, by this point, I'm already breathing. And just the way he said faster, I was like, is this dude on a motorbike? Like, did he say that, or was it the guy in the car? And it was Phil. And then he comes around me, and there's another guy as well called Guy, another rider called Guy, who's a gun rider, who won a crit against two World Tour riders a few weeks later. Actually, it's a World Tour rider, Cameron Meyer, who's a gun crit rider, and also was Michael Freeberg, beat him in a 2-up sprint in a 3-man breakaway on a heavy aero disc brake bike. So this guy, which his name's Guy, is a gun. And Phil shelled him as easy as he shelled me. It was insane. Never seen nothing like it. Even Guy as well, he's like, what the heck was that? At the top of the climb. So all these experiences makes me believe Phil could get the Everesting world record, because he just knows what to take, when to take it, to get the results done. And it was crazy. I still remember. I get flashbacks here and there. I don't get flashbacks, but people remind me of it. I'm like, yeah, that was insane. That was insane. I'm at the saddle, like, sprinting. If I was totally fresh, blah, 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 I could probably last another minute. And that's about it. I'd ran a 16:53 5K the day beforehand. So my fitness is pretty good. Like, it's a sub 70-minute 5K. It's all right on the road. And my hematocrit was about 56. Granted, I don't do much training these days. But I'm a sub 17-minute 5K run on that weekend. Phil's effort, to put it in perspective, would be like sub 13 5K on the track. Sub 13 5K on the track. That's to put his level of talent on that day. Lance Armstrong, Wiggins in form, Froome in form, Valverde, Richie Port. I don't think I would put money on it. I'd put $1,000 in it that on that given day, Lance in his best form, Froome in his best form, Cookie would have beaten him, maybe by a few seconds or whatever. I would put money on it. I would love to see that, hypothetically. When we will never know, but it was insane. The fact that it was warm, he didn't really know the climb. There was hardly any spectators there. It was like maybe 5 people at the top or 10 people at the top. You know, he just had the minimal stimulus, but an insane effort. It was just nuts, and a headwind too. And it wasn't even his power PR. I was just like, far out, this dude, is a mutant. But it was the most crazy thing I've ever seen on the bike. And I've done a lot of riding the last 23 years racing. I've done a lot, and I've been ridden with all the big names. There wouldn't be many people. It's more of a question of who haven't I ridden up a hill with. Who haven't I ridden up a hill? Not just a beach cruise, but like proper 5-6 hour training session. Who haven't I done that with? So just seeing, and I've seen gun riders. I've seen Richie Port attack. I've seen, Luis Sanchez attack up. I've been on the wheel, maxing out, and then they go for it. And I've seen that, but I've never seen anything like Phil did that day, and hold it, hold not just for the last 2 minutes of the top, okay, but like to hold it for another 10 minutes or so. Just insane, amazing. So that's why I believe Cookie can do this Everesting World Champion. I hope he does get it. I hope it's then he gets it, and it'll create more hype and more. Just keep building it. There is variables with the Everesting World Record. It's not just pure fitness. I mean, obviously that's a huge one, but you need to have the right course for it. You need a course where you don't have to worry about traffic. You can go crazy 100 km an hour downhill. No traffic. Hopefully you got fences there, so there's no deer running out. So I hope Cookie does it on a course that is safe. Banter aside, no one wants to see anyone get hurt. And so you want to have a course that ideally is fenced the whole way up and down. And ideally some farm areas where you can see if there is going to be a kangaroo or a deer or a rabbit running across. You got a bit of time to react. Versus just wooded area with no fence. That's just like, when you're doing 100 km an hour on a skinny wheeled bike, wearing 2 millimeter of Lycra and a little $400, $2 made Chinese esky helmet, it's not you're not too safe. You're pretty vulnerable out there. So you also want to have good wind conditions. You want to have a tailwind all day. Every second matters. It's very, very tight at the pointy end of the Everesting World Records now. And it's just changed so a lot this year, hasn't it? It's been pretty cool. So I think Cookie can get it. I think he'll get it. He knows how to carb up. He knows how to tank the vitamins that are required to ride at that speed. Because it's pretty damn mutant. It's pretty damn mutant. And it's good entertainment. We want to see it. I want to see Cookie break it. And I'm rooting for him. I put money on it. He would get it. Because I would say he is the, he would be one of the world's greatest ever climbers on a bicycle, from what I've seen firsthand. Getting off a plane, to Adelaide, dry conditions, dry air, like just hard to breathe, headwinds, hot, not many people there, smashing out the fastest ever known time up Norton Summit solo. In poor conditions. Right? Another guy had a crack this year. Callan O'Brien did a really ripper time up there on a pretty heavy bike, but much more favourable conditions, much cooler. The air's like, in Adelaide in January, the air quality is like, it's like clean, but it's dry. Just like so you can't get as much watts as you could in winter, hypothetically. Obviously, you got a summer of training, but it's just, and he also came off in the back of winter in LA, so he's come off of winter, coming to January. Like, it's just all those things together is mutant. And then he went to Colombia with no downtime, at altitude, just ripping up one of the world's longest climbs at altitude against, 32 kilo Colombian climbers and just shredding them up. It's crazy. So that's definitely, I've never seen anything like that in my 23 years racing and coaching, hundreds of athletes. I've never seen anything like that. So, yeah. If you want one of these bikes, durenride.com. They're incredible frames, incredible quality, and incredible. If Cookie can't break it, you as hell won't break it, and neither will I. That dude is mutant. There's a cat up there. Anyway, that's the video. How much money would you put on it that Cookie's going to get the record? I'd put a free bike on it. How about you?